Let's take a look here. This is Ollie Bryant, and then you just see the smoke, and he's already spinning out straight away. So are they victims of the oil, or was it that Scarab that was laying down the oil initially and spinning on its own wheels?
Yeah, it was another car leaving very late down on the back of the grid, but they have all got going now, so that's good news. All very
flame
smoky.
coming from the back, and that's DD300. That is arguably the most famous Aston Martin, and that's coming from the engine bay, so there's a problem with that car. They need to get that over as early as possible to let the marshals get fire extinguishers, and there doesn't appear to be a marshal convenient. That's not good. There's smoke you can see coming through into the cockpit.
Shedden ahead in the Jaguar with Andrew Jordan and Tom Ingram hunting him down. That Jag, though, so good when he can get his foot down and the power down, but here comes Andrew Jordan. Can he sneak a wheel alongside? They go door to door, and Tom Ingram is looking at it as well. They're working together. This is incredible.
This is fantastic, and there we go. They don't have the grunt compared to the Jaguar, but maybe they do work together. They will. It's a little 1.2 litre underneath compared to the 3.4 of the Jaguar, but Goodwood Chicane just wasn't able to get the clean exit, and a little bit of working together, and they managed to sneak through.
The Austins through and up into the podium positions. Goodwood Chicane in his Jaguar Mk1 now demoted to 4th place. We should be getting this final lap then, and where is it going to go? He bided his time, did Tom Kristensen. He's got the advantage now of being the lead driver, but look at that for a bit of a traffic jam. Do they all play nicely and get out of the way? They do. One of the Riley 1.5 is going to get nicely out of the way. He's looking in his mirrors. He can see him as the clock counts down to 0, and no, it's disaster for Steve Soper. Has to go wide, locks up, loses all the time, and that will be the damage done with traffic playing its part through the final chicane for the final time in this St. Mary's Trophy Part 1. And the spoils go to Tom Kristensen in the Ford Thunderbird. A magnificent race, a magnificent win, and it's the 4th Fairlane in 2nd of Steve Soper.
Attacked party and into the tyre wall there. Well, the chicane wall, that's unfortunate, but that's the Crosley of Matthew Wurr trying to get going with the flower. It's like when you forget to put stuff on the roof of your car and leave the garden centre. Let's take another look. Here's life, a beautiful, beautiful day. Matthew Wurr getting it wrong in his Crosley and going into the chicane, and it may have been because of that the others became distracted, but contact coming up, and unfortunately, well, that's the moment in where it's, you know what, I think he might have got quite close to that puddle on the outside we were talking about during the session, and then adapted his line, and that left him out of position. And in behind came 129, the King Cobra Cooper. That manages to get through. The plant pots are scattered.
Another of the E-types bouncing across the grass and coming back on again. The Kivalova John Minshaw E-type shared between them.
Looks like John on board at the moment with the sort of orange stripes on his helmet, but you know, just remember it was raining not too long ago, so the grass offering very little in the way of grip, so you just have to try and stay as calm as possible. Easier said than done, but just hearing the red flag, and it's on our timing screen, so clearly cars do need to be cleared up, and again, that just shows if you're running a little. There's the red flag. Session is stopping with just under 20 minutes remaining.
28, Ferrari has spun round.
Scott Redding in the Ferrari, yeah, as you say, the 500 TRC, but I think the car's okay, kept on route. Let's have a look at what happened. On the outside, was it just an error of running a bit deep? Yeah.
I was hoping, really praying and hoping there was going to be no contact, and the proof there that the grass is still very wet, very slippy, but slow speed spin, managed to bring it back on nice and safely.
And there is this Grant Williams coming back through. Oh, it is Grant Williams getting himself back up into second. These two chopping and changing positions with every corner that races by. And Grant Williams is not going to get away with this one without a fight, because Chris Ward comes back with the tail out, side by side, door-to-door action between Grant Williams in the Jaguar Mk1 and Chris Ward in the sister. It's two Mk1s alongside each other as Dorlin escapes up the road. Let's look to the back of picture. Who comes out on top? And it's Chris Ward, but they're still sliding out of the corner, up and over the hill. Ward wins out that battle for now, but Grant Williams is going to come right back at him.
Take a bow, Chris Ward. You found the grip on the outside there. You made it work. And you've gained that second place back once again. And
looking through the spray, I picked one out. But anyhow, to have a front engine car on a really wet track chasing these rear engine cars and not disgracing themselves, that's impressive. That also comes down to being very very much in tune with your car, and putting the tail out there. That was a hairy, scary moment from Eddie Williams, but he hauled it back in. There he is, car number 43 with the Union flag on top of his helmet.
Just the layout of the Lotus 16. Oh, and watching again the Cooper, absolutely struggling to get any degree of traction coming out of 11. But the nature of the Lotus, it's a front engine Grand Prix car, but the driver sat over the rear axle.
This battle for second will go all the way to the flag. I think so impressive how these two have managed to stay with each other and fight, as it's going to be the move side by side. Can they finally do it? Can Tilly finally get through on what should be the final lap, as the 27 still desperately tries to get through and off the circuit into the grass? Wow, managing to hold on to it. Can he still get it turned in? He can, and I think we're going to get one more lap though.
he crossed the line with 2 seconds left to go, did Stuart Hall. So timed that perfectly. He's having so much fun, pushed a little bit more, wanted some more racing laps. Has that given that mistake from the 27, has that given Ben Mitchell a bit of breathing space? So he tried to be the later one on the brakes. The slightly heavier car is the Gilby compared to that of the Cooper Climax, and you could just see he's lucky he didn't spin it round there. That extra bit of tarmac on the left-hand side on the exit of Woodcote kind of saved him.
They race against each other all the time, of course, in British Touring Car Championship, as well as here at Goodwood when they had that massive battle last year.
Yeah, they had such a great battle, and they've not had as many battles in touring cars this year. Jake not having as a good a year as, of course, he did last year, winning the Touring Car Championship. And look at, did he flip the grass there?
Is he still in front? Okay, yes, he is. But yeah, as you say, that could have been a risky moment, couldn't it?
Danger, just letting your car free it up on the exit of the corner to keep it as straight as possible. And just getting that rear wheel to catch again, coming through forward water, running it right out to the edge on that white painted line. You don't want to get there. Let's look again and see. This is the exit of Madgwick. Kept it just about pointing in a straight line, but that could have caused them to go into a real sort of tank slapper.
Was that luck or skill, that save there?
I would say 100% skill.
Off has gone number 9.
Tony Kanaan.
Yeah, Tony Kanaan. That's the E-type, so that's a bit unfortunate. It's,
Oh, he went well, and I don't know how he managed to get himself, because he almost didn't even turn into the corner and carrying so much speed.
Got excited over
he's almost been like on a ski slope, side-slipping his way across the grass on the exit of St Mary's.
Got excited overtaking Dario Franchitti, maybe.
yeah, maybe.
Not for the first time.
Chris Ward is out in one of the Mk1s. He's teaming up with Gordon Shedden. So again, this combined time to form, combined result for the end of the weekend will be competitive from these two, because we expect them to both be challenging at the front of the times, as the 77 just in front of Mike Jordan, father of course to Andrew Jordan, using what we could say the touring car line of using maybe a little bit too much curve at that first part of the St Mary's. You can see there in one of the little Austin A40s. So again, it could be a challenge for the overall result as well, because Mike, a handy racer in his day as well.
Certainly is. But the Jaguar Mk1 getting by. A couple of Mk1s in the field. One of 2 original 1959 Equipe Endeavour cars. And First time they have raced at Goodwood alongside each other since 1959, as he gets a bit of a swap on as Chris Ward finds the grass, finds a straight line once more and gathers it all up in time for the final chicane.
And hit that puddle and splashed the cute little Austin A40.
And wow, here we go again up the inside. Contact in St Mary's, and both cars now go off.
Into the grass.
But they're going rallycross at this stage right now.
It almost looked like Burkett couldn't get it stopped at that point, and both of them off into the grass, but rejoining this race with a bit of minor contact then. So Hibbert and Burkett come together, second and third.
Seeing something very, very unique. This is wonderful. The sheep coming on to the grid, well, on the grid in a moment. Bruce Jones is with me, and Doug Nye as well, a great writer, author, and journalist who knows a huge amount about Jim Clark's background. But also, Bruce, this is such a special day, and we are celebrating something that, of course, is all about his origins of being a farmer himself, Jim Clark. This is stunning. This is a wonderful view, and this is to celebrate Jim Clark being the farmer who went on to become a double world champion, but winning in all sorts of other forms of motorsport, which we'll be talking about in a little while. But that is just brilliant.